NAMM can be really exciting for us gear lovers, and I was super excited to see what Kemper was going to say about any upcoming new products. However, it was complete silence until Tone Junkies and Kemper Engineering came out with a recent video highlighting some really big feature updates that I'm super excited about. Some of these new features are really going to help the usability of the Kemper, and it's also going to bring a lot more value to people that already own the unit. Let's take a look at some of these new updates and talk about some of the implications for existing and new Kemper users. So liquid profiling, hands down, is the biggest announcement from this new release. And if you haven't seen that original video with Tone Junkie, check that out right here. I strongly recommend it. But basically what liquid profiling is it's going to help to bridge that gap between a profiler and a modeler. And in this case, with a profiler, you're really locked into those settings that were captured at that exact moment in time. And what liquid profiling is going to give you the ability to do is take the settings from the amp and apply that to your profile to be able to more accurately adjust the EQ and the onboard settings of that amp. In the video with Tone Junkie and Christoph, it compares to an AC30 where on the top boost you've got the cut circuit, and in this case you'll be able to apply that to your AC30 profile, which is just super cool. Now, obviously, that's just one application of how you could use this, but for me, I'm really excited because I think this is going to help elevate the Kemper and make it a truer representation of an actual amp and feel. I've been a huge Kemper fan for 5 years now, 4 years, I don't even know how long it's been. But I really love the way that it sounds, but having more control in the actual profile is going to really elevate this usability for existing players. And one thing that I think is super cool is Kemper is still delivering firmware updates for existing users 12 years after it's been released, and it's still completely free. Now, one thing that I would really love would be a mini Kemper or something that's kind of comparable to the HX Stomp, but we'll talk about that later. Now, I'm probably most excited personally for this next one, and it's the ability for the Kemper to record through USB audio. Now, every other modeler on the market, and even though I know the Kemper isn't a modeler, has the ability to record through USB audio. In this case, if we look at the Helix, the Fractal, the Quad Cortex, the new Tone X series, they all have the ability to simply plug in and record to your preferred DAW. And it's always bothered me that Kemper has never had this capability. Whenever I make a video, I have to take my Kemper, plug it into my audio interface, and then plug it into my DAW, which isn't a big deal, but it adds extra cables and it's an extra mess that I don't want or need. In this case, with this new update, which is hopefully going to be sooner than later, according to some comments by Tone Junkie in his original video, this is going to unlock that capability inside existing Kemper units. This one's a game changer. I'm super stoked about this. Now, I didn't expect this next one, and honestly, I don't think most people did either. I think it's been almost 2 years, maybe more, since Kemper released the original iPad and iPhone app to be able to control the stage unit through your phone. But they just released that they're going to be able to support Android phones with a new app coming out here shortly. And I'm super excited about that one. I'm an iPhone user, but I know a good majority of the market is also Android, and this is really going to appeal to more players. I've enjoyed the ability to be able to control my stage through my phone, and so now that unlocks that for more people as well. Now, this next section is where I've kind of compiled all the other updates and some theories that Tone Junkie released in a separate video talking about the Kemper 2.0 right here. Most of these updates I'm not personally as excited about, but they're still awesome updates. I think the coolest one is probably going to be the marketplace, where I'm hoping, and I think the capability is going to allow commercial profilers to add their profiles to the marketplace, and then consumers like myself and you are going to be able to go in and try a profile before we buy the pack. And if that is the case and that is how it operates, I'm super freaking excited. I think that's awesome. I think that's fantastic. I have always disliked having to purchase a profile pack without actually being able to experience it and play and get the response and feel through my own guitars before I actually commit to buying. Again, that's my assumption. It may just be a place to centralize commercial profilers for people to access easily. If that's the case, that's cool too, but if we could actually unlock those extra capabilities, I think that would be a game changer. One of the other updates is going to be the ability to profile through Migrit. Rig Manager, which personally I'll never touch, but may help some people out. And then the last update was a little bit of a teaser from Tone Junkie talking about the Kemper 2.0 and his conversation with Christoph, where Christoph never openly rejected or denied the idea of a Kemper 2.0. So check that video out right here. And speaking of updates from Kemper, check out this video with 13 must-know tips and tricks on the Kemper Profiler. See you next time.